Hello and good morning. Just want to say hi to everybody. So, as you know, I am a trans man, and I'm coming to you guys just to let you know, like, the way our world is right now is it's really sad and it's horrible, and I am just appalled with the notion that us as Americans are actually being terrorized by our president and that administration. And it's like all the things that people have fought and died for, they're being taken away. And it's not just LGBTQ issues, it's, black issues, it's poor white issues. And I say that because not everyone who is Caucasian is rich or on that same that mind frame of that superiority. It just doesn't make any sense, you guys. Like, it's this country isn't even that old if we're just talking about the United States of America, which we are divided states of America. It's awful, it's sickening, and it's very embarrassing. I don't even want to travel abroad because I know people are laughing at us, watching us looking stupid. And then, we sit back and just worry about Chick-fil-A and Popeye's chicken, which to me that's just a way of spreading the poison amongst the people. And then you have, Mr. Trump there. Thank you for stopping fentanyl coming into the country, since that's killing our people anyway, especially our 14 to 25 year olds. Thanks. But the problem is that I think people aren't realizing that a bold move like that, another world trade move like that, that's where your wars come in. That's where we get all these angry other people, because that's affecting consumers all across the world. And to me, that's a direct admitting that y'all know that fentanyl, yeah, it's in the medical field, but it's also what's being used as a street drug to kill people. So you just pretty much openly admitted that you are a part of that drug trade. And I just don't understand why we're just still sitting down going, okay, we'll wait till the next vote. They don't want us to succeed. They don't want us to partner up. They don't want us to unite. They have one track mind, and that's to keep the rich rich and the poor dead and unhealthy. My girlfriend has ITP, diabetes, and leukemia, and there are things that she can't get access to save her life because of things that we're not allowed to do. So if I'm an American, whether I'm a trans man or not, what is my road to life, liberty, and justice in the pursuit of happiness? Like, what happened to that? Or am I just a stigma that I'm a no good person? I'm confused. I'm mentally ill. I'm a predator. I'm a danger to society. Actually, all that's incorrect for me personally. So sorry about it. I just want to also say that, what's the problem with people being transgender or non-binary or queer? It's like, you force upon children, babies, infants, even mentally in society before it even starts to go down, before they're born, that it has to be a boy or a girl. And then you get confused why children have such expressions. They want to play with dolls and toys and trucks. And, it's like, well, duh, because every human being is half man, half woman. So why are you stalling on the notion that it might not be what genetically the doctors have pretty much circumcised the baby, or y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't make it too hard. I believe that if a child is smart enough to write a symphony at 2 years old, or create a clothing line by the time that they're 5 or 6, definitely self expression should be included in those categories. Now, I'm not talking about the sex part of it all. If that's a 2 year old, that's a 5 year old. That's not even what we're discussing. What we're saying is we are knowledgeable of who we are at a very early age. And duh, none of us should be engaging in sexual acts at 2, 5, 8, and 9. But what I will tell you what's weird is that in a lot of countries, even now and in the past, it's okay for that 25, 30-year-old man to go ahead and have a 13-year-old bride. So what do you mean? That 13-year-old body is ready for a family, to be a mother? Nope. You got it messed up, y'all. You got it crazy. You got to understand people are people. We are science. Okay? Yes, we have your religious aspects. Your creator is not my creator. My creator, I'm a universe being. I'm spiritual. I'm stardust. I'm all that. But what I'm saying is, I will stop and acknowledge that the fact that I'm still a human being, and we have to be able to allow people to find out who they are. You know, I am a 38-year-old man who led their life pretty much as, obviously try to be hetero, didn't work. By the time I am 16 years old, I realize I am a lesbian, and then I have to be, I'm not butch enough, I'm not stud enough. It's just like, how much more closer to a man can I get without having to have all these extra labels that truly don't even identify me as well? So think about that. It wasn't until I started volunteering with youth that I was able to tap back into my youth, rediscover my orientation, and figure it out. My gender is male, just in the wrong body. And that's okay, because scientifically, I'm allowed to make those choices. You can't say to me, oh, well, God created you perfectly in his image. Well, if that's what you're going to say to me, then he also gave me the tools to go ahead and complete the vision of the transition. Like, be real. Stop trying to stick people in boxes, because I'm not on this earth to be a secondary citizen. And I'm not going to sit back and accept that from anybody. Just so you know. And, I have a lot of respect for our military. I have a lot of respect for structured organizations that want to make our world a better place. But I'm not going to stand around and be nobody's punching bag and just sit back and allow things to happen without saying something about it. And number one, for all those people who want to be violent against trans women, that just means that you are already a coward, because if you can hit a trans woman and then you hit a cisgender woman, the problem is that you're hitting women. So cut it out, okay, you guys? Stop killing people. If you don't want to be around people or engage in those type of energies, then stay away. You know what I mean? But allow someone to move freely through life the way that they want to or meant to. You cannot kill someone just because you're like, oh, they're trans and I don't understand them, I don't agree with it, they're freaks of nature. What is a freak of nature is that someone being different than you compels you to have so much animosity that you would actually carry out killing someone. That type of behavior is what's weird and scary to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like people just trying to live, people trying to raise families and go to work and just live in what was once a great country, in the sense of, did we forget that this is a melting pot of immigrants? We need to wake up and be more grateful to the Native Americans and to other people in the area who were here, and let them know, hey, we recognize what's going on. Thank you for sharing your land, instead of let me go ahead and divide and conquer. But how horrible to be living in a country, 2019, where our rights are just being taken away, and no one has the balls to get up and stand on the White House door and tell that man, you're so wrong, you're hurting your own nation, you're hurting your own people. And to me, that's like, what, dictatorship? I'm not trying to be 39 years old living through no more Hitler days or any other days where whoever they were in whatever country they want to be trying to just take over and be a supreme race. There's no such thing as a supreme race. Get it through your thick caps and skulls, okay? There's only one race. That's the human race. Be adults. Be loving people of the community. Learn to get along. Treat each other how you want to be treated. But I'm over living life in fear, and I encourage y'all not to live in fear. Okay? And for the incident that happened out for downtown LA, being proud and at the restaurants. It's like, I'm not even gonna say the restaurant's name. You already know you messed up. I'm not gonna give you power for people to hear your side of the story. Your side of the story is that you messed up. train people better how to deal with any situation. I realize your security guards aren't, counselors of society, but they should be protectors of establishments and people and of that's a place where you bring your families and stuff to eat. So whatever happened, violence isn't necessary. Those ladies were not even like fighting back, but they definitely stood up and told you no, then keep your hands to yourself. So that's all I really got to say right now. Just things are on my mind. I have about 4 more weeks before I return to work. Hysterectomy. My hysterectomy went well. I'm healing nicely. And if I can be a positive pillar for people to say, hey, look at me, you can live your life, you can work hard for the things that you want, you can have the things that you put your mind to, I'm proof. All right? So I love you. Stay loved, be loved. Chant and pray for world peace and self accountability. That's all we really need. So, Nam Yo Ho Renge Kyo. Yo, be kind and with courage.